I wanted people with AIDS to be different. Hi, my name is Jim, and my involvement with AIDS began in San Francisco in 1981, where I formed our nation's first support group for people with HIV. I was working with an organization called Shanti Project. Shanti provided volunteer support services to people with life-threatening illness and those facing grief. There was much hysteria at the time about how you contracted this strange disease, and many myths and negative stereotypes about the people that developed it. In my support group, I quickly saw the fallacy of these assumptions. We had many people in our group who never used recreational drugs and who were in committed relationships. I wanted people with AIDS to be different than me. If they were different, then I was safe. And yet, as I listened to their stories each week, I saw far more similarities than disparities. I think I was one of the first among us to realize that AIDS could indeed happen to anyone. My partner, Jess, and I moved to Daytona Beach in 1988. We both tested positive to HIV in 1992. It was difficult telling my parents that their only child would likely die before them. Jess passed of AIDS in 1998. Like many before and like many since, he bravely faced the horrific opportunistic infections that are very common in the end stages of HIV disease. 2012 finds me once again facilitating a support group for men and women with HIV. I'm still amazed that in some way I expect people with HIV to be different than the rest of the population. And yet again, as they share their stories, I am struck by the similarities of our fears, feelings, hopes, and dreams. Stigma is just as prevalent today as it was 30 years ago. People with AIDS still experience the abandonment of partners and spouses and the rejection of family and friends. We still struggle with how to disclose and when to disclose and the myriad reactions that we encounter when we do. We need to protect ourselves from the HIV virus, not from people with AIDS. We need to see past the disease and to remember that we are looking at a person much like ourselves, a person who needs to be valued, accepted, and loved.